Welcome back to another episode of Locations in the Paradise Collection. Now, right here, today's location is going to be the Morgan household. We got Stella and Thomas living in the house because Cecile's passing and stuff. And I wanted to make this as accurately to the book as I possibly could. So I'll give you a tour of the outside first. So right here, we have the driveway, and I'll just use the game's cursor to point out what I'm talking about. But we have the driveway right here where Thomas would always park and stuff, and before Stella could run in to go into her house, this is what she would be referring to when she saw her dad's truck there. Now, in the book, if you read the first book, she talks about how there was a little shed outside of her window, and this is Stella's bedroom windows. And this is the shed that Charlie climbs up on to get to her roof to inevitably sneak into her room in book one. This is the backyard. In book two, we talk about how she's coming from the woods and stuff like that to go into here, and then that's how they break into the house once it's abandoned and stuff. I did the best I could as far as making like a wood-like scene, given the tools that I have. So let's take a look inside the house now. Okay, I'll give you a quick over the top view. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So when you walk in the front door, you're going right into the living room, and this is where Stella talked about Thomas being. I mean, he's there right now. That was absolutely unintentional, but she talked about so many nights where she would find him sprawled on the floor drinking and stuff like that, looking at old photos and listening to music and such, and this would be that room right there. And then we here have a bathroom. Nothing major, just a very simplistic bathroom. And then the kitchen, where Stella talks about all the nights that she would come in and hear her dad making drinks and stuff. And she would sit at the little island right here. They have a little chat in book one while he's making himself drinks over here. And, it kind of gets a little heated, but this is the area there. They also have the dining room here. It's not so much talked about in the book, but it is there. Little known fact, but it was kind of modeled when I was making the Morgan household in my mind. It was kind of modeled after my grandmother's house. It's not exactly 100% to it, but I did take a lot of inspiration as far as layout and such from her house as a nod to her. So just a little Easter egg. But when you go upstairs, you've got walking up here. This would be Cecile's room in the purple here. Then you have the bathroom. Then you have Thomas's bedroom right here, and then Stella's bedroom right here. So Charlie would have been sneaking in, if you look, through this window into Stella's room. Stella's sitting at her computer right now, just messing around. So, but you hear, the times where, and if you read the book, Stella goes into Cecile's room and she finds her diary and stuff under the bed. Now you can kind of get like a clear overview of what that looks like. It's not that they were big rooms or anything like that, but, keep in mind that would be Cecile's room, the bathroom, and then Stella's room, and then, her father's bedroom as well. So that's the one for today. I did manage to do a lot in the last couple days as far as scene goes. Um, just a few things that I guess I could touch on to say what I've done is that I did do the warehouse from book two. If you haven't finished book two, you'll learn about that towards the end. Sorelli's General Store, which I already did a walkthrough of. I did a cemetery, which is where our book begins in book three. So when I get closer to finishing that, I'll release a video about that exactly. I did do Dr. Clark's office. There is a Sorelli mansion, which we will get to also in book three. Pomodoros, I finished. I also did the police station where Hunt is, and then also later on a new character in book three, Tyler Corey, that we've talked about. I did the hospital where Stella, if you read in book two, is committed, and a couple things take place there. I also did Tyler's house and Detective Hunt's house. I did Betty's house, and as I'm showing you right now, Stella's house. And as far as character goes, I did make Stella and Thomas, as I showed you. Gwen and Stacy are in here. Detective Hunt, Tyler, Corey, Betty Jones, and Pete. I do have a few more characters to make, and I will be making those. I'll be releasing some screenshots and stuff like that, so you guys can look forward to. A couple other places that I did manage to do this morning is I did the third base pub, where a couple things go down in book 2 and also book 3. And I think I did one more location, but I'm just drawing a blank on it. But yeah, I've really been trying to kick it up and stuff like that. And huge shout out to The Sims, to give me that accessibility to actually work on that and kind of bring these things to life. Especially the characters, which I'll just quickly show you, like Thomas. And then over here we have Stella. Now, I couldn't do the scar, but with Thomas being alive and stuff like that, we're still technically in book 1 here, so it's not something to worry about. In order to do scars on their faces, you have to buy the Get Famous pack, which is for $40, and it's absolutely ridiculous to only get one thing that I need out of it for that much money, so I won't be doing that. But we'll definitely figure something out as we go along. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and stay tuned for more.